Anthem is a brief novella authored by Ayn Rand, published in 1938. Rand is known for her divisive works, including the acclaimed novels Atlas Shrugged and The Fountainhead, as well as for founding the contentious philosophy of objectivism. In 1987, Anthem received the Libertarian Futurist Society's Hall of Fame Award. Since its release, the novella has garnered mixed reviews, largely due to its objectivist themes that advocate for egoism and individualism while rejecting collectivism. Set in a dystopian future, Anthem takes the form of a secret diary belonging to Equality 72521, a curious outlier living in a city governed by the oppressive World Council. Initially viewing his inherent individualism as a burden, Equality 72521 ultimately recognizes it as his greatest asset, aspiring to enlighten others under the Council's rule. Each night, he sneaks into an abandoned tunnel where he records his thoughts and experiences. Throughout his life, Equality 72521 struggles to conform, as his unusual height and exceptional intelligence set him apart. In his childhood at the home of the infants, he faced conflicts with other children, and later, at the home of the students, he felt isolated and was targeted by the teachers for his differences. Upon turning 15, the Council of Vocations assigned him a social role, designating him as a street sweeper, instead of granting his wish to join the home of the scholars, who were responsible for recent innovations like glass windows and wax candles. He dutifully follows this path, living among the other street sweepers until he turns 40, at which point he will be sent to the home of the useless with the elderly. While working behind the city theater, Equality 72521 witnesses a crew member, Union 5-3992, collapse in convulsions. He and another crew member, International 4888, discover a grate and descend into the tunnel, which Equality 72521 decides to keep a secret. During the street sweeper's recreation time, he returns to the tunnel to write, read, and conduct experiments using stolen and forged materials. As he works, Equality 72521 becomes increasingly drawn to Liberty 53000, a female peasant, farmer, who shares mutual glances with him. He begins to refer to her as the Golden One in his thoughts and writings. Eventually, they manage to speak to one another, expressing their mutual attraction. He feels relieved that she is only 17, as she has not yet been sent to the Palace of Mating, where the Council of Eugenics pairs men and women, and the resulting children are taken by the government. On that same day, he faces punishment for singing without cause. He notes that other street sweepers appear equally discontent, like Fraternity 25503, who often weeps, and Solidarity 96347, who screams for help at night. This prompts him to contemplate the forbidden Uncharted Forest outside the city and the unmentionable times that preceded the establishment of the World Council. During the unmentionable times, a great war took place, resulting in the defeat of the evil ones. Their books were burned in the script fire, and one word, the unspeakable word, was eradicated. Knowing the unspeakable word carries a death sentence. As a child, Equality 72521 witnessed a man whom he calls the Saint of the Pyre, burned alive for knowing this forbidden word. He believes the man made eye contact with him, attempting to pass on the word. While experimenting with a dead frog, Equality 7-2521 inadvertently discovers electricity and tries to recreate the force that caused the frog to twitch. He speaks to Liberty 53000 again, and they share the pseudonyms they've assigned each other, the Golden One and the Unconquered. Liberty 53000 fetches water from the field moat using her hands, and Equality 72521 drinks from her hands, kissing them even though he doesn't grasp the meaning of a kiss. Back in the tunnel, Equality 72521 successfully creates electric light, exhilarated by his discovery. He decides to present his invention to the World Council of Scholars, who are scheduled to meet in the city soon. Caught up in his excitement, he loses track of time and is late leaving the tunnel. When he refuses to explain his absence to the council of the home, he is imprisoned and tortured by two men clad only in leather aprons and masks. After enduring their questions, he loses consciousness and wakes up in a cell. Periodically, judges visit to ask if he's ready to talk, but he remains silent. Before the scholars' meeting, Equality 72521 escapes from prison, finding the security alarmingly lax. Bloodied and battered, he arrives at the meeting and presents his electric light. The scholars reject his invention, arguing that it would disrupt societal order. They decide to turn him over to the World Council for punishment, but Equality 72521 takes his invention and leaps out the window, fleeing into the Uncharted Forest. Initially intimidated by the forest, Equality 72521 soon discovers its beauty and welcoming nature on his first full day away from the city. Carrying his glass electric box, he explores, stopping to kill and cook a bird when hunger strikes. While drinking from a stream, he sees his reflection for the first time and notes that he looks strong and trustworthy. On the second day, Liberty 53000 joins him after fleeing the city upon hearing about his escape. Together, they wander the forest, finding it easy to survive in their natural surroundings, though they are burdened by profound questions, lacking both answers and the language to articulate them. While walking in the mountains, they stumble upon an abandoned house from the unmentionable times. They claim it as their own, and Equality 72521 studies the books inside, which provide him the language and answers he seeks. He comes to recognize individuality as a virtue and rejects collectivist ideals. Equality 72521 renames himself Prometheus and Liberty 53000 as Gaea. Gaea is pregnant, and Prometheus intends to raise their child with individualistic values. He also plans to return to the city to rescue other outliers, such as Fraternity 25503 and Solidarity 96347. Feeling it is his duty to introduce individualism to the collectivist society, he has discovered the unspeakable word, ego. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.